Hey guys, this is Chad with Tempest Overland. We're down here today. I'm going to show you a little bit of wiring stuff we've done on the 98 Ranger project truck. We put a 6-switch panel into the center console, the Explorer center console in this, and I will show you that here in a minute as well. We added a Keon Power fuse block, a 10-piece fuse block, and a 6-way fuse holder, which is basically just a fuse connection between the switches and the relays that'll control lights. Right now the only thing that's hooked to it is the 42-inch light bar in the hood. But I'm going to go over all that stuff with you guys, show you a little bit how I did that wiring. Added also in a negative terminal block right by our fuse block. That way anything I run off of that, I have power and ground right there. That's all Keon Power, so no matter what I have on my switches on, shut the truck off, they're all off. I don't have to worry about them draining my battery. So let's take a look at some of those. All right, we're gonna take a little tour around to the inside here to show you that Explorer center console that I did with the 6040 seat mod. And this is our switch panel. It was a McTuning 6-switch panel, but in order to fit it in the short width of the cup holder, I cut one off and it had an extra cigarette plug that I wasn't ever gonna use. I added just a small 6-switch, so I still retained 6. Dual USB charging plug, volt gauge. Now this is unhooked right now, but you can see nice little lovely wiring nightmare there, but just into one harness, goes through the floor, comes up under the hood, and I'll show you here, Keon Power, everything comes on. The only thing that's not lit is this switch here, and that's just going to be for my reverse lights. I always have my arm here, so all these switches are while I'm driving. What I didn't want was I didn't want to have the reverse one to where I could actually bump it and turn one on and blind somebody that's behind me. Forward, not too worried. So this will be the reverse. You can see, turn that one, powers that one on the hood. But that's the 6-switch panel that we did here in the Explorer console. It was not pretty. Had to chop quite a bit of that little cup holder out. So then we'll take you around here. So we got our battery, and I need to upgrade to a larger battery. So this fuse here is what actually runs with this harness here, which has a Keon Power in the factory block. Take you over, runs across, relay is right there. So that this fuse block is run by a relay. Power's up here, and our ground terminal I brought across. So this is a new little, just a single stud ground. This is a 6-way panel, and I'll have to I'm going to put labels to put on the top of these, but this first one here is the Keon Power for the relay box for the electric fans, and then this one is just Keon Power for those switches. There's not a relay for them because they just operate the switches. All the switches will turn on their own relays for all of the wiring. I'll give you a little sneak shot. So that's the single 12, and then 2 dual 8 inches for the electric fans. I went over that a little bit, why we did that in my motor build videos if you guys are curious, the oil catch can. So that is it for the electrical so far. There's the sub wiring. There is a 12-inch porta box behind the seat. Yeah, it's massive. It takes up like everything behind my driver's seat. But so I'll kind of go over some more of that once we do some more. This here is the 6-way fuse holder. So this is switch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is that little round one in the dash, or in the Explorer console, I'm sorry. And all this is a little cover that basically there's power in half of it. You put a fuse in it, hook up just your signal wire from your relay. In this case, this is that 42-inch light bar onto one of those studs. Prevents you from ever having to go back and solder more wires or stuff like that. It just keeps it super simple, super clean. And that's the light bar on the hood. We'll go over some more with this truck and future projects, so stay tuned.